So, have you ever felt like you only really understood yourself when you were with, certain people,
Hmm.
or maybe that your biggest sense of purpose, it actually came from things you achieved with other people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're exploring a really fascinating concept. It challenges quite a lot of what we're usually taught about identity.
Right.
It's called the relational self. Basically, this powerful idea that who we really are isn't just something we discover inside ourselves, but it's actively shaped, even revealed through, our interactions and connections with others.
Deep connections, yeah.
We've pulled together some material from two pretty powerful sources on this. There's an initial text and then a more detailed briefing document.
Hmm.
And we want to kind of uncover how our real essence, maybe it isn't found when we're alone, but it actually gets revealed, maybe even forged through those connections.
That's the core idea.
So our mission, really, is to unpack these sources and try to understand why relationships might just be the key to unlocking our full potential, our meaning.
It's a big shift in thinking.
Okay, let's get into it then. Because it does feel pretty counterintuitive, this whole idea that authentic identity isn't like a solo journey.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And the sources waste no time. They hit us immediately with that core idea. True self is revealed in relationships.
Right.
And they make this specific claim that our, quote, true nature begins to reveal itself, but only when personal boundaries fade.
Okay, wait. Personal boundaries fade. That directly confronts that common idea, doesn't it? The idea of a self that's, fully formed independently.
Completely.
That's fascinating because, we're so often told to find yourself, right? Go meditate, travel alone, look inward.
Exactly. Introspection.
But if the true identity only shows up when boundaries fade, how do the sources handle that? What about, like, needing personal space or even safety? It sounds quite radical.
Well, yeah, it sounds radical, but it's maybe not about completely losing your individuality. Think of it less like dissolving.
Okay.
And maybe more like a musician. They find their unique voice, not just practicing alone, but when they're in a band,
Right.
right? Responding to others, shaping the sound together.
Ah, okay. I see.
So the sources, I think, aren't saying lose yourself entirely. It's more a fundamental rethink about where the self actually emerges from.
Right.
It definitely challenges, centuries of Western thought that really champions the autonomous individual.
The lone hero.
Yeah, exactly. And it suggests maybe that whole paradigm actually kind of holds us back from our fullest expression.
And it seems to go even further than just self-discovery. You mentioned the sources talk about a foundational principle.
They do.
That we're, quote, not here to shine individually, but to serve each other through relationships.
That's a key part. And they really stress the importance of selfless giving within them. That's seen as crucial for meaning.
Selfless giving.
Yeah. The authors flat out state, none of us holds any significant meaning in this world without genuine relationships and selfless giving within them.
Wow. So it's not just being in a relationship, it's what you do within it.
Precisely. It's that proactive contribution. It's not passive. The meaning isn't just about what you get from it, but what you willingly offer.
Yeah.
That outflow, that's apparently where our personal significance, our real purpose is forged in contributing to something bigger than just us.
Okay, and to really drive this home, the sources use this powerful analogy from chemistry.
Yeah, it's a great one. They say, imagine an element. No matter how unique, on its own, it's not active and meaningless in isolation.
Right. Inert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It only comes alive in a chemical reaction when it interacts with another substance.
Okay.
And it's only then that its properties are revealed, its power ignited.
That's a really vivid metaphor.
It really is. And they apply it directly to us, to human life, saying we basically remain like dormant elements
Huh.
until we enter into reactions with our close ones to create, to give, to build meaningful connections.
It's like trying to bake a cake with just flour, right?
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah.
You've got potential, sure, but until you add the eggs, the sugar, the butter,
Until you react with the other ingredients.
it's just, dusty powder. Hasn't become anything yet.
So that dormant idea is incredibly strong. It makes me wonder then, if our potential only gets activated through interaction, what does this mean for how we approach what the sources call seeking self-importance in isolation?
Right.
Because they explicitly say don't do that. They call it a misguided path.
They do, quite strongly. They suggest that, constantly trying to prove your individual worth or rack up personal achievements in a vacuum, it's basically a dead end if you're looking for true self-discovery.
So much for the lone genius narrative.
Right. Or the self-made person mythos. It really challenges that. Instead, they pivot. They urge us. Let's find our true selves through what we build together in the relationships.
Build together.
Yeah. Which implies identity isn't just something lying there waiting to be revealed, but something that's actively constructed. It's experienced through shared projects, mutual contribution, within those relationship contexts.
So if our mark on the world isn't just individual, what does this actually look like? I mean, how does it play out? The sources mentioned this wasn't just theory for them.
Okay.
It became the foundation for something real, this puzzle project.
Exactly. Puzzle.
Yeah.
Comprehensive holistic solutions for human life. It's presented as a real-world application.
Yeah.
It shows how this relational self-idea isn't just, an abstract concept,
Right.
but a practical guiding principle, something you can actually use to tackle complex human challenges in a holistic way.
How did it work in puzzle?
Well, the idea was that individuals didn't just work on problems alone in silos. They were deliberately connected with others, people whose unique elements, to use the analogy.
Okay, the different chemicals.
Yeah. They could create a collective reaction together, generate innovative solutions that maybe one person alone couldn't. It was about proving that shared purpose really does unlock that collective potential.
So it really underlines the power of this perspective in action.
Definitely moves it from theory to practice.
Okay, so to kind of wrap this all up, this deep dive, it really shows us how our authentic identity, maybe our deepest purpose, and even our activated potential, they seem inextricably linked to genuine selfless relationships.
Tied together.
It's arguing for a pretty profound shift, really, away from just individual pursuits,
Right.
towards a more communal understanding of self, where our greatest meaning isn't found alone, but in service to and connection with others.
It really hits home that without these interactions, these reactions, we remain kind of dormant. It highlights the transformative power of engaging deeply.
Yeah.
It's about finding who you are, maybe not by looking in a mirror, but seeing yourself reflected in and co-creating with those you connect with.
So, for everyone listening, how might this perspective change how you view your own relationships? At work, with your family, in your community.
It's a good question to ponder.
And if our most significant meaning truly comes only from that selfless giving within genuine relationships, maybe think about this. What small reaction, what connection could you maybe initiate or deepen this week, just to see what new aspect of your true self might be revealed?